Hi everybody, I'm very excited about the fact that my book is going to be released soon, and in the book it goes into detail about firing brass and what type of brass works and what you need to be looking for when you're purchasing it. But I wanted to show you the firing technique now. I think it will help you to be able to see it on a video, and then when you read the book you'll be able to, put two and two together. It'll help to reinforce what you're seeing today. But I wanted to show you an example of a project that has some enamel brass. This is aqua blue, and usually I only put 1 or 2 layers of transparent enamel on because that's all it really takes to help to accentuate the detail of the piece. This is Elan Gray, and this is Woodrow Red, which is a favorite, of mine. But anyway, these 3 pieces are enameled brass, and they are just beautiful, and you can really see the detail of the stampings. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, these are the pieces that we're going to be enameling today, and there are a couple of points I want to accentuate. You want to start with 2030 clear or 2020 clear. And you want to lightly heat the piece, just enough to the point that the clear will stick to the metal. You don't want to overheat the piece because you're going to be building up copper oxides, and the book goes more into this, the rationale and everything, the logic behind it. And then you want to put 1 or 2 layers of transparent enamel on top. But there's a special firing process where we're going to be burning out the copper oxides, and I'm going to show you about that. So let me go ahead and get the torch started and we'll begin. Okay, now remember I said about just lightly heating the piece. Okay, so I'm just going to heat the piece until I can see that if I were to dredge it through the enamel would begin to stick. There we go. And the other thing that you want to try to achieve is you want to try to get the entire piece covered with the enamel. Now, I'm going to heat this up and fuse the enamel to the brass. And I'm still going to lightly heat this. And I just want to show you that the piece is fairly dark, but we're starting to see where it's becoming golden on the edges there. If I continue to heat this, it's going to end up being a golden, beautiful color, and it's going to allow the transparent enamel to really shine. So, can you see the difference? So, we're ready to put the transparent enamel on. Okay, so it's just regular firing from this point. And I'm going to just go ahead and stop at 1 coat. When I'm not enameling beads, I move the bread pan out of the way because I don't have to worry about this rolling like I would a bead. Okay, so that's the first piece. Now, this is a flower which you can either enamel it, in its flat state, or we can just dap it. So that's what we're just gonna give it a good whack here. So let's go ahead and enamel this. Let's see what mandrel works. Okay, here's Cascade Blue. It's a beautiful pastel blue. Let's go ahead and start the torch again. When you're lighting the torch, strike the match, then turn on the gas and come up directly underneath the end of the torch nozzle right here. If you bring your match out in front of the flame here, it's the gas and the air and everything's going to blow the match out. Okay. Remember, lightly heat, just lightly. Okay, we've got good coverage. That's what we're looking for. You can see that the metal is very dark. And we want to get the copper oxides to disappear. And you can see that the piece is now very light color. Actually, the clear enamel, you could stop right here, and that's just a beautiful blush color. I'm going to turn up this a little bit. I'm going to pull this down towards the end of the mandrel. Now, since Cascade is a really light color, I probably will put 2 layers of enamel on this in order to intensify the color. That's the thing with transparents, is you can increase the saturation of color. It's very unlike opaques. Once you get, you know, good coverage of opaque down, 1 or 2 coats, you're not going to intensify the color by enameling more layers on. Okay, that was 3 layers of the transparent of Cascade. And the piece starts to resist when you're pulling it off of the mandrel, then you want to stop. Okay, this is a favorite flower of a lot of people. It's great for end caps. Lightly heat it. Dredge it through the clear. Your goal here is to try to get the whole piece covered. Any piece that you don't get covered with the clear is probably going to remain dark as a final result. But that can add interest too. Okay, so you can see now this has become a light color. Woodrow red is one of my favorites, especially over the brass. It's just really beautiful. And I have egg yellow here too. Okay, so we will one more layer. And then I'm just going to dredge the bottom edge in the egg yellow. Now here's a little dark spot right there. That was probably an area that didn't get as much clear enamel on it, but still the piece is attractive. And you know, we're not machines. We have to appreciate it as an art form. Okay, so this is what we have. This is the Woodrow red with egg yellow, Cascade blue, which is beautiful, and this is the peacock green. So there you go. Have fun. Thanks for being with me today.